Welcome to A Human Perspective. Over the past year or so, we all individually rolled into a ball and grew a shell to protect us and our loved ones from the dangers of the world. The shells thickened over time, and as we've not benefited from sunlight, fresh air, freedom, we have somewhat shriveled. We have had to minimize ourselves, and it has been hard. As summer looms, the shell begins to crack, and our skin is kissed by the sun again. But many of us are not coming out of our shells the way we went in. We're coming out different, tender, sensitive. Personally, the past year has been a bit of a downhill tumble. At first, I was going for walks and enjoying it. But overall, I've not looked after myself. I've eaten poorly, numbed my brain with trash TV, picked up and dropped hobbies. I've laughed a bit and cried a lot. I've been vulnerable in a way I've never experienced before. And as restrictions lift, I now realize I'm not who I was before. I am no longer so sure-footed. To begin the process of realigning myself, I have decided to carve out time at set times during the day to focus on myself and my intentions. Note I have used the word intentions and not goals. Sometimes a goal can feel too far or out of reach or so large it quickly becomes insurmountable, or at least it feels that way. A goal can feel like you either meet it or you don't. And for some like myself, coming out of restrictions a little fragile, goals can be daunting and somewhat devastating to motivation and confidence. It doesn't allow for mistakes or non-linear paths. I feel the term intention centers on a deeper purpose than simply reaching a goal. What is the intention? Taking time to consider this every day and making choices around this will keep me focused and centered. Intention is more realistic because intention requires continuous work, continuous trying. There is no quick fix, no lucky goal, no magic buzzer. But the great thing about intention is that this can be at a pace that suits you and perhaps evolves into goals. Another part of this process is accepting where I am now, appreciating it and seeing the beauty and power of the present. Last week was Mental Health Awareness Week in the UK, and the theme was nature. Coincidentally, I spent a lot of time in nature last week. One particular part that stood out was a drive through Kielder Forest in Northumberland. Now, when you think of forests, what do you think of? Well, I think of hundreds of the tallest trees covered in various shapes and shades of deep, luscious green leaves. I think of the smell of fresh leaves and freshly cut grass. You do see some of this during the drive, but what took me back was the diversity of the forest. Though there were plenty of spaces with trees, there were plenty more without. And the deeper we travelled in, the more the colours turned. Green and yellow, yellow and brown, and eventually brown and red. When we reached the highest point of the drive, we were surrounded by brown and red peat bog. And the view was astounding. Most of us have come to believe that healthy nature is represented by green lusciousness. Based on these assumptions, you'd think this particular area we'd reached was perhaps parched or unhealthy, but it was the complete opposite. It was alive and it was breathtaking. It was at this point that I thought, there is beauty in all types and stages of life. No part is more beautiful than the other, And to really appreciate everything, especially the present moment, it is important we remove the filter of prejudices. Remove the Snapchat filter so you can appreciate yourself and your life fully. It was at that very moment I realized I was looking at myself and my life through some warped glasses that didn't let me see the powerful truth. Yeah, I'm not where I was before. That's not a bad thing. It's where I am now and where I need to be at this point in time. And there is beauty in this moment in time. I wish you all a fantastic week. Don't forget to take time out to reconnect with yourself by disconnecting from the noise. Cue Return of the Mac. Ah, damn. Copyright.